We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
7-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nicole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonnu Smith, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ray Greenlaw.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
15's mine. I got 15. On the ball. Single receiver. Single receiver.
Minshew sets to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Ray Greenlaw on
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Eluding the pressure right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
at the 22-yard line.
Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 20.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll work it across across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. And a Raider first down.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
2nd and 9 from the 44. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Pollard give him a yard down to the 43.
Williams on the stop. It's a gain of a yard.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line.
Now here's Pollard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the... And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he slings one that's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Minshew. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, here's Breida. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brought down at the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ain't no such thing as a 61 Matchbox lights.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
He's checking crap.
X3, 218, chop.
Spawns. No.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. Hey, Team 6. Get it.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Hey, Foxtrot. Switch that.
Shotgun snap, and then to give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Tight right. 4 down. Check. Switch.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Check. Hey, Mike's 50. Get him.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
Hey, get in there and get what you want, G. Get in there and get what you want, boy.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Set to kick off.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Down. 10 logo. Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
And to Las Vegas, 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Pollard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Jets 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Raiders.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
2 yards.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick is
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now, first down carry by Sanders. Well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Here's the ball carrier. The tackle made by Devin.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 6.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And incomplete. It's 3rd.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he finds McLaurin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We got 3. Get it.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. The 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 10-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Naeem Hines, 96 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Complete.
Terry McLaurin, 81 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nyheim Hines, 77 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And that one cuts this to a 17-point spread.
Makes the score Raiders 38, Jets 21.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go do the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Jets.
2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pollard going to try the right side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Raiders 45, Jets 21. Matt Prater.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Hines on the return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Line's 50, line's 50. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.